Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is January 16th, 2024. I wasn't going to do a video, but if I don't do a video, I will forget with all the things that I have going on what I even did. So this will definitely help me out. My name is Carrie. I am known as the Patient Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And this is my channel about cross stitch. Honestly, it's my channel about everything, but I mostly do cross stitch. Today I have no finishes, which I have lots of big projects, so I don't know if I'll have too many finishes from here until who knows when. But I did work on, I do believe, 4 projects. I have my plans for the next couple of weeks, and I have a little bit of haul, but it's quilting haul, and I read a book, and I did college. I did a lot of stuff. So why don't we just get into it, and we'll go from there. I have my little handy-dandy list of things that I did, and stitch counts and numbers and all that. So I think what I'm going to start with is my new year, new start. I was originally going to do a chatelaine, which I've had kitted up for an extremely long amount of time. However, it is not here. It's in my storage unit, so I could not stitch on it. So I think next year, or whenever I finally get settled in, is going to be, I will start that. I've been wanting to. I've actually started it twice, messed up twice, and technically it's a new start. This is in my little fox bag that I did. I love this fabric. So what I did start this year was Frog Pile from Designworks. And this is a kit, and this is going to be for my daughter. I'm already enjoying the colors. I didn't get much, so it'll probably come back out again. I don't even know where this is. It's a frog, go this way, go that way. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I enjoyed it. It was actually, for what little stitches I got in, I think it was like 200 and something. It was fun. Because I was scrambling trying to figure out an old, I think Jess Marie had something in there for January saying it's an old kitted thing, which I have tons of old kitted stuff. So add a new project for this year, which I do usually start a new project always on the first of the year. I don't even, did it tell me how much I did? Oh, I did 260 stitches on that, so that was great. Another project that I brought out the same day, stuck with for a little bit, this is in one of my Christmas Santa bags, is the Snowmen and Friends stocking. Or no, Cute Caroler stocking, Snowmen and Friends. I've been writing Snowmen and Friends for a while. So this is the Cute Caroler stocking. I can show you where I was at before. I'll stuff that back in there. And I got a lot. I don't even have the exact stitch count on this, but I got a lot in. And this is where we are at now. I can see a finish coming eventually. Here we are. Look at that. So I was here. This is where I ended off. I did almost got the whole rabbit's face. I've got the little penguin's face. He needs some eyes. The top of the kitty's head. I then started working on the toe. I thought, oh, I'll get this done. This toe is not a big. This was like 3 nights of stitching and stitching and stitching and and I'm still not done. So that toe has close to almost 1,000 stitches in it. Doesn't seem like much, but changing colors out and doing all of that was a lot more than I anticipated. So I'm still not finished. I'm not sure I'll bring it out anymore this month, but I was pretty happy with where I did get. But I think I can get a finish in this. It's going to be a this year finish for sure. So once I actually start working on a dimensions project, I pull myself away. I get bored with it. So I'll put it away. I do keep a couple projects right next to my chair when I get into that mood of not wanting to stitch something anymore. And then I will bring it back out. So really I try to keep 3 or 4 projects next to my chair just so I can I really want to work on that. I get those moods. Sometimes I'll only throw like 100 stitches in something and I'll throw it right back in the bag because, let me just say, it's not worth it for me. So this just got picked up. It's in one of my bags that I made. I just picked it up. I think if you watched my last video of all of the things that I'm going to stitch this year and plans and et cetera, I said I was going to stitch on all of my, where'd the needle go? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to stitch on every single one of my sales that I started previous years. I'm going to work on them so much that I'm actually going to finish some sales this year. So the sal that I am going to work on is from Peppermint Purple. It's a Blackwork pattern. This pattern was released 1 per week. I can show you where I was at before. And this is where we're at now. And this fabric is, it was from, I don't have the name of it, but it was from Fiberlicious. I was in one of their Fabric of the Month clubs. And this is where we're at now. So I've actually got 4 of them completed. This, where are we at? Just trying to fold it so where you can see it a little bit more. But so, and this is where we're at now. So I put in, all my threads are all over the place. So I put in these 3 and this bottom one. So technically for the month, I would be done with this piece because I am caught up. It is done. However, this piece also got picked for, I kind of like did a little bit of a drawing with my husband to see what would go on my whip-go board. And this got drawn. So it is going to get 3 extra hours. So I did the 4 already. I probably will work on this when I get out of work. I come home and I check my college stuff to make sure that I'm doing all that. And then I only get like maybe an hour if I'm even feeling it. Some days I'm not feeling it at all. I literally only missed, I think, 1 stitchy day so far this month. I literally just came home and I was exhausted. I just didn't feel like doing anything. So that project came up, and so the last but not least project that came up that got a good amount of love this month was my trick or treat Haid. I can show you what it's going to look like. And by the way, thank you, Elle. She does that. And I'm like, people probably don't even know what this is supposed to look like. The only people that know what this looks like are the ones that are working on it. It's a massive piece. 550 something thousand stitches is what this piece is. It is going to take me until I'm 90. I will finish this. It's going to happen, but it's just going to take me a while. So I can show you where I was at before. And here is where we are now. So I worked on this area right here. In fact, he didn't have, if you look really close, you can see where that comes over. So the gargoyle is complete. We found a bat. We found the top of the chimneys from the back of the house. The witch is complete. Isn't that cool? I love watching this pattern come together. This has, I put over 3,000 stitches into this. And yeah, I'm super stoked. It doesn't seem like a lot when you're doing this, but it's a lot of work. This area has a lot of change colors in it. So doesn't this. So stitching this blue is like boom. It gets done. It's fast. It's easy. It's quick. I think it's quick compared to stitching this. This moon actually isn't taking very long either. So it was kind of a fairly good. It was good to stitch this. I enjoyed it. So I guess that brings me to plans for this next couple of weeks. My Trick or Treat Haid's coming back out again. It needs at least 2 more stitches. I'm doing 24 and 24. I'm doing kind of a variegated version of it. I want to work on 24 projects this year. I won't finish all 24. Those 24 projects also went into my whip go board, so it's kind of working out really well. I wanted to do at least 60,000 stitches in my Haid this year, so that is at least 5,000 stitches a month. Now it's about 5,000 stitches a month. I would like to get more because after I looked at my stitch count on my Haid, I'm like, shoot, even 60,000 stitches still puts me out 5 years from now. And I wrote down my percentage. I'm at 24.68% on my Haid. So I'm close to a 25% mark, which just makes me happy. So this is going to come back out for my plants. This one will also be coming back out, which was my peppermint purple. This one will come back out. I'm going to get 3 hours in this. It'll probably be during like my work night, so which is like about an hour at a time. Another project that came out this also this on my Whipco board is Beatrix Potter. Oops, sorry, you can't even really see it. Beatrix Potter's Christmas. I'm working on this one right here. And this will also get at least 500 stitches this month. And this is where we're at with that. This is actually a piece that I was going to pick out anyway, so it just got a little bit of a jump start. You can see the bunny's tail right here. So that will get pulled out. This is the other pieces that are going to be worked on this month. Hopefully get to at least one page or one piece or whatever it might be done. You did see these if you saw my whip parade. You saw, look at my fancy. See, those are my fancy bags. It's going to be the Lakeside Needle Arts. This was a sale in 2017, Under the Sea. I started this little area right here. It's the mermaid. I did her skin 1/1. This is just one section. So I'm hoping to get that done this month. That is on the list to get done. So I pulled, this will probably be first because this is the one I'm furthest behind. It was the peppermint purple, but this is now the furthest one behind. However, this one, at least I got the frame done. So this is another one. This is done. Oh, I forgot the name of the company now, but this was Cryptids. So I pretty much got almost all the framing done, but guess what? That's as far as I got. So this is I'm going to start in this corner over here. Which side am I on? I'm going to start in this corner over here. And I'm going to be working on this. I like this. This fabric is called Monster Mash. It's my favorite. Love this fabric. This fabric is so cool. So those two you will see in the next video. I'm hoping for great progress. And one of the last things you're going to see is another sal. I've actually worked on this. I worked on this not last year, but the year before a lot. Is the 100 Owls. I have pretty much done all this area right here. And the next area that will be worked on is this one right here. And this is actually going on my Q-snap right after the video. So you should know that it's going to be worked on probably tonight because I got my homework done. Well, most of it. And this is where we're at now. So I'm going to come over to this corner over here and work on this section. This is actually 2 pages. So there's like 3 owls here and then that section, which looks like this one right here. I'm going to work on that. So you'll most likely see this again. And because this one was like, I think a 2-pager a month. It was a pretty big piece. So, so the Whipco boards, mentioned that one. I'm also doing semi-seine stitches, so it'll go into a book I finished, which I can talk about that in a second. I have been doing lots of things in semi-seine, which is usually for my Haid and everything else. I'm doing one of the largest ones, Skip the Certificate. It's like 60,000 stitches. I just take the big chunk one off first. If I get it done, I get it done. If I don't, then that's okay. Let me see what else. So all I have is stash in the book that I read for semi-seine. No, for magical stitches. So if that's what you wanted to see, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for the shout out. She shouted me out in one of her last videos. I appreciate that. That woman stitches some seriously massive pieces and finishes them all. And so if you love Hades, you need to go follow her. She stitches full coverage pieces like no other. So, yeah, there's that. So for magical stitches, you have to read 4 books a month. You pick them out. The one I read was Tithe. I'm going to put that up here so you can see it. It wasn't typically my style of book. It did kind of reminded me of a book that I was reading to my children when they were younger. I did get into it a little bit more towards the end. And I know everyone's going to be, how do you have the time? I drive 45 minutes to work every day. So I listen to my book going to work and I listen to my book coming home. So that honestly can get me a book a week. So that's how I get to read books. Stitching and all the other stuff, yeah, I just kind of throw it in whenever I can. And so that was it on the book. Like I said, it wasn't a huge book. I am in the middle of a second book that I'm reading for that, which I'll put on my next video. So it'll probably be 3 of them. If you like magical beings, fairies, kind of like I don't want to say like a goth setting. It's pretty much good fairy, bad fairy, or magical lands, which I enjoy that stuff. It's just the beginning of it was kind of, it took some time. So, but I read it, and I guess next would be my haul. This is quilting haul. This is not cross stitch haul, which will be coming though because I'm going to need more for my peppermint purple sal. I'm running out of squash, the color, and I need to get more. So I'm going to order it this week and hopefully it comes in. So I went to my local quilt shop. I adore a couple things from this quilt shop, but I'll put the name of their quilt. Oh, it's I'll put this name up because I totally forgot. It just blew right out of my head. But there's only a couple of them right near me. So I purchased this blooming butterfly quilt. I'm thinking one of my granddaughters eventually is going to love it. I love this. It's very beautiful. I've always been wanting to do this border. See this border? It's so much fun and so cute. I want to get this done. This would be so adorable. So I purchased that, and then I purchased these 2 more patterns, which I'm looking to find the actual panels here soon. Farmer's Prayer. If you have just stopped in, my husband and I are looking for a piece of property to do our little hobby farming, and I would love to hang this on our wall. I think this would be so cool. It's really neat. And then we saw this, and his mom was, before she passed, was all about bees, and we thought this was really cool. So I just have to find the panels. Finding the fabric isn't as bad right now because this is a pretty new pattern, but I loved all the fabrics that it came with. So yeah, so that is it for my haul. And as for life, Tennessee just got 8 inches or more of snow in one night, and now it's freezing. So we are currently going to be held up for a little bit. It's not anything major for us. This is normal for the Alaska / Pennsylvania, whatever you want to call us now. But for Tennessee to get this much snow, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, and then the below 0 temperatures. I think today was 9 this morning when I woke up. Tomorrow morning it's supposed to be 1. And with wind chill, which the wind's coming, it's supposed to knock it into the below 0 category. So everybody is just kind of holding on and waiting for this storm. And we're not the only ones. There's quite a few people in the southern area that wish that the northerners would take back their weather. Like I said, doesn't really bother me too much, but stores do not open here in Pennsylvania. When we lived there in Alaska, this was nothing. The stores would still be open. The things would still be happening, but I don't think there's plows in some of the counties that we have been in because they literally just shut down the highway. They're just like done. And in Alaska and Pennsylvania, they would have already been out plowing. So it's kind of it's very different here. So college is semi going good. It's giving me a headache, but college is going. Some classes are a little bit more difficult than others. Trying to think. There isn't much more. I'm still searching for a job in our new area that we're going to be living in, or at least putting out some feelers and trying to get, something. If I get a job sooner than later, then we'll move sooner. But other than that, it's just been work, coming home, nothing really major at this point in time. So I hope to see y'all in a couple of weeks. If you don't see me, then you know I'm buried in books, homework most likely. But I hope to stop by even just to say hi and give you a little bit of an update if I get any stitching done. So I hope you have a floss-tabulous day, as I like to say now. My husband said, you came up with a new word. So I hope you have a floss-tabulous day and keep stitching. Have a good day.